Hello everybody, this is Mr. DSI Review. Today I'm going to review a game from the DSI shop called Art Style Aquia. Aquia is controlled completely with the buttons and arrow pad. When you start it up, you'll see 4 options, well actually 5, including help. Time to dive, free dive, options, which is basically just sound, and the aquarium. As you go through time to dive, every time you beat a level, you see a new sea creature, and if you haven't seen that creature before, it's added to your aquarium. So basically, just to show you how things go, I'm going to start by showing off just a level from time to dive. How about level 3? There are 3 modes, each with 10 levels, and I'm using first mode. The goal is to make a match of 3 or 4. For example, as you see here, when I press A, this will move to the side, and voila. And whatever was on the other end gets pushed over, and that becomes the block I use. It takes a little while to get used to, and for example, if you see this here, when you're a beginner, you'd think that by pressing A, you'd push this brown block over here, right to this spot. But it actually pushes the other block over. So it takes a little while to get used to. Overall, it's really not a difficult game. The later levels become more difficult, but by then you'll probably have gotten the hang of it. Played on both screens, and on the top screen you'll notice that it's beginning to turn black. That's because my air supply is running out. When you make a match, your air supply will become refilled by just a tiny bit. Or when you get 3 of these blocks in a row, your air supply will be completely filled up. On this side, you might see a diver going downwards. Your goal is to get to the star at the very end. And then you go to the second challenge of the level. In the second challenge, you have to put a shape, like the one you just saw, back together. It's a slightly different way of doing things. And then at the end of the level, as you can see in the bottom screen, we found a new sea creature. Freedive is basically the same thing, except that instead of completing a level, you just go for as long as you possibly can. So in the aquarium, we get to view all our sea creatures. It might take a while to unlock all of them. It took me 5 days, although I probably could have done it in 4 if I had rushed. Unfortunately, the game is rather short, and after you've beaten all the levels a few times, you get bored with it. But nonetheless, it is fun, and it costs only 500 points in the DSI shop. Since with the Nintendo DSi you get 1,000 free points if you connect by, I believe it was October, then I would definitely recommend getting this as one of your applications.